Hello, coin enthusiast! Welcome back to your one-stop channel for exploring the fascinating world of coins. Today, we're diving into a coin that often piques collectors' curiosity, the 1983 USA half-quarter dollar. We'll uncover its history, features, and most importantly, its circulated value. So grab your magnifying glasses and let's get started. First things first, let's clear up a little confusion. The term half-quarter dollar isn't an official denomination. This nickname has been affectionately given by some collectors to coins valued at 12.5 cents, but no such coin was ever minted by the U.S. Mint. Instead, in 1983, we had standard denominations like the quarter dollar. For this video, we'll explore the true story behind the 1983 quarter dollar, which is often mistaken for or linked to this term. The 1983 quarter dollar features George Washington's profile on the obverse side, designed by John Flanagan. The reverse showcases the iconic eagle with spread wings. This design has been a staple of U.S. coinage since 1932. In 1983, no quarters were minted for circulation in mint sets or proof sets, which makes finding high-quality examples from circulation a bit of a challenge. 1983 was an interesting year for coin collectors. Mint did not produce uncirculated mint sets that year. This means the only 1983 quarters available are those that were circulated or found in rolls and bags. This scarcity has given circulated 1983 quarters a unique appeal among collectors. No, let's talk about value. A 1983 quarter in circulated condition usually doesn't fetch a high price. Depending on its grade, most circulated examples are worth around 25 cents to 50 cents. However, the real excitement lies in finding higher grade specimens. If you're lucky enough to discover one with minimal wear and strong details, it could be worth $5 to $15. Coins graded MS65 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC can sell for $100 or more at auctions. The record price for a 1983 per quarter is over $1,300, but that's for an exceptional, near-perfect coin. If you're hunting for 1983 quarters, here are a few tips. Visit banks or local coin shops to search for rolls of quarters. Look for sharp details, especially on Washington's hair and the eagle's feathers. Coins with scratches, discoloration, or heavy wear have lower value. If you find a promising coin, consider sending it to a professional grading service to determine its exact condition and value. Remember, the value of any coin depends on its rarity, condition, and demand among collectors. The 1983 quarter is a great example of how even modern coins can hold hidden treasures. Okay, before we go any further, let's clear something up. The term half-quarter dollar is a nickname often used by collectors or enthusiasts when referring to quarters with significant history or distinct features. However, the actual coin we're talking about is the regular 25-cent quarter dollar minted in 1983. But what makes the 1983 quarter stand out? Let's find out. The year 1983 was an interesting time in American history. The United States was in the midst of a technological boom and economic recovery. It was a year that saw the development of compact discs, the rise of personal computers, and Reaganomics in full swing. Yes. Amidst all this, the U.S. Mint was hard at work producing millions of coins, including the 1983 quarter dollar. However, what makes the 1983 quarter particularly significant is its scarcity in high-quality condition today. You might wonder, what's so special about a regular circulating coin from 1983? Well, here's the kicker: very few. Quarters from this year were saved in uncirculated condition. Why? Because the U.S. Mint did not produce official mint sets in 1982 or 1983 due to budget constraints. This means that most 1983 quarters went straight into circulation, where they were used daily, subjected to wear and tear, and rarely preserved by collectors. The 1983 quarter dollar was minted in two locations, Philadelphia and Denver. Here's a quick look at the production numbers. Philadelphia Mint, around 673 million quarters were struck. Denver Mint, approximately 617 million quarters were produced. While these numbers seem high, finding well-preserved specimens from either mint is surprisingly difficult today. The design of the 1983 quarter follows the classic Washington quarter style. First introduced in 1932, features a profile of George Washington designed by John Flanagan. Shows the American bald eagle holding arrows and an olive branch, symbolizing strength and peace. These designs remain iconic and are a tribute to American heritage. Most 1983 quarters were heavily circulated, meaning they were used in everyday transactions, vending machines, payphones, and pocket change. This widespread use led to a scarcity of high-grade coins. Today, collectors often struggle to find 1983 quarters in mint state condition, making them highly sought after. So, what's the value of a 1983 quarter today? In circulated condition, these coins are typically worth face value, 25 cents. However, in uncirculated or mint state condition, they can fetch $10 to $25 or more, depending on the grade. High-grade examples graded MS-67 or above by organizations like PCGS or NGC can sell for over $1,000 at auctions. It's incredible how a common coin can become a treasure when preserved properly. Did you know? The 1983 quarter is sometimes called a conditional rarity, not because it's rare overall, but because finding it in top-notch condition is so challenging. It's a reminder that even everyday objects can hold extraordinary stories. So next time you're sorting through your change, keep an eye out for a 1983 quarter. Who knows, you might just find a hidden the USA half-quarter dollar from 1984. Is it rare? What's its circulated value? Let's uncover the story behind this coin and see if it deserves a spot in your collection. The USA half-quarter dollar, often referred to as a 25-cent coin, has been an essential part of American currency. In 1984, the coin bore the design we're all familiar with. President George Washington's profile on the obverse and the eagle with outstretched wings on the reverse, the obverse design by John Flanagan, has remained iconic since its introduction in 1932. Meanwhile, the reverse features an eagle perched on a bundle of arrows, surrounded by the words United States of America and A Pluribus Unum. In 1984, the half-quarter dollar was minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia and Denver mints produced coins for circulation, while the San Francisco mint focused on proof coins for collectors, and few were made in San Francisco. With such high mintage numbers for the Philadelphia and Denver coins, this quarter isn't considered rare in circulated condition. However, proof coins from San Francisco hold more value for collectors. Circulated 1984 half-quarter dollars are widely available, so their value typically aligns with their face. Cents. However, condition and mint mark can slightly impact value. For coins with significant wear, their value doesn't rise much above face value, but if you find one in mint condition or with unique errors, you could be looking at a higher price tag. One aspect that could boost the value of a 1984 half-quarter dollar is a mint error. Look out for double dies, misaligned strikes, or other unique flaws. These errors are rare but highly sought after by collectors. In recent years, error coins from the 1984 half-quarter dollar have sold for anywhere between $20 and $500, depending on the rarity and condition of the error. So how can you determine if your 1984 half-quarter dollar is valuable? Here are a few tips. If you think you've found a rare piece, consult a coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. The 1984 half-quarter dollar is a staple of U.S. coinage history. While most circulated coins may not hold much monetary value beyond their face, rare finds and pristine conditions can make them treasures for collectors. So, next time you're sifting through your change, keep an eye out. You never know what you might discover. The 1984 half-quarter dollar, also known as the Washington quarter, is part of the long-running care of secretary desk, which sometimes gets transformed into a care of secretary. I hope you're ready. Another secretary appears before you. In 1932, to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington, here's a breakdown of its historical significance. The Washington quarter replaced the Standing Liberty quarter in 1932 as a tribute to the nation's first president, George Washington. This design remained largely unchanged until 1999, when the 50-state quarters program began. By 1984, the Washington quarter had already been in circulation for over 50 years. It was a common coin used for everyday transactions in the United States. That year, coins were produced in large quantities to meet the demands of the growing economy. The 1984 quarter was part of the clad coinage era, which began in 1965. Due to the rising cost of silver, the U.S. Mint transitioned to a copper-nickel composition for quarters, dimes, and half dollars. The 1984 quarter has a copper core sandwiched between layers of nickel, giving it a silvery appearance. In 1984, the Washington quarter was a workhorse of American currency. It was widely used in vending machines, parking meters, and for day-to-day purchases. Over 1.2 billion quarters were minted that year, making it a common coin to find. In circulation even today, while not considered rare, the 1984 half-quarter dollar holds sentimental and historical value for collectors. It represents a time before the introduction of commemorative designs like the 50-state quarters, when the Washington quarter design was the standard for decades. Collectors often seek out error coins from 1984, such as double dies or misaligned strikes, which add uniqueness to an otherwise common coin. The 1984 Washington quarter is a symbol of continuity in U.S. coinage and an enduring tribute to George Washington's legacy. Though plentiful in circulation, its history and potential errors make it a fascinating piece for numismaticists and history. The 1977 USA half-quarter dollar coin, unusual and intriguing piece, will uncover its history, design, and, of course, its circulated value. So grab a seat and let's get started. First, let's clarify what we mean by half-quarter dollar. In essence, a half-quarter dollar equals 12.5 cents. But there is no official coin in the United States with this denomination. However, some collectors and enthusiasts use the term to describe particular coins, often to highlight their rarity or condition. For today's video, we'll focus on the actual 1977 quarter dollar coin and discuss its perceived significance in the collector's market. Let's rewind to the 1970s. The United States Mint was producing quarters in large quantities. The quarter dollar coin from 1977 was part of the Washington Quarter series, which started in 1932 to honor George Washington's 200th birthday. By 1977, these coins were minted in both Philadelphia and Denver. The Philadelphia Mint produced coins with no mint mark, while the Denver Mint's coins were stamped with a D mint mark. These coins were made of a copper-nickel-clad composition featuring a layer of copper sandwiched between two layers of nickel. This material replaced the 90% silver quarters phased out in 1965. Now, let's examine the design. The obverse side features a portrait of George Washington, designed by sculptor John Flanagan. His name and the word liberty are inscribed along with the phrase, "In God we trust." The year 1977 is clearly displayed below Washington's portrait. On the reverse side, you'll find a majestic bald eagle with its wings spread, clutching a bundle of arrows. This symbolizes strength and preparedness. The words United States of America and quarter dollar encircle the design. Now that we know the history and design, let's talk about the value of the 1977 quarter in circulated condition. These coins were minted in large numbers, in 268 million in Philadelphia and 236 million in Denver. Because of this high mintage, most 1977 quarters found today in circulated condition hold little premium value beyond their face value of 25 cents. Here is a quick breakdown of the approximate values as of today. What makes a 1977 quarter more valuable is its condition, rarity in high grades, or if it has any errors or anomalies. For example, look for coins with off-center strikes, double dies, or other minting errors. These can significantly increase the coin's worth to collectors. Erudite coins can command higher prices. For instance, a 1977 quarter with a notable double die error could be worth $50 or more depending on the severity and demand. Always check your coins carefully. You might just hit the jackpot. So, there you have it. The 1977 USA half-quarter dollar, or more accurately, the Washington quarter, is a fascinating piece of American numismatic history. While most circulated coins hold little more than face value, pristine or error coins can be quite valuable. If you've got a 1977 quarter in your collection, take a closer look. Who knows what you might find? To begin, let's clear up the mystery surrounding the half-quarter dollar. This term is not an official denomination, but rather a nickname sometimes used for coins valued at 12.5 cents or representing fractional values in older contexts. In the case of the USA, there was no officially minted coin in 1977 labeled as a half-quarter dollar. Instead, we're likely looking at a misinterpreted or colloquial term for something else, perhaps. Misstruck coin, or even a novelty item inspired by real currency. So was there anything remarkable happening in 1977 in terms of U.S. minting history? Absolutely! This period saw the continued production of staple denominations such as the quarter dollar, half dollar, and others. Coins from this era, including the Washington quarter and Kennedy half dollar, are commonly found in circulation. They were made with a copper-nickel composition, which was introduced after silver was phased out in general circulation coins in 1965. Collectors have always been intrigued by coins from the 1970s. Although a 1977 half-quarter dollar might not exist in the official record, there's always the possibility of error coins, private mint productions, or even commemorative pieces being confused with regular circulating coins. These can fetch high premiums among collectors depending on rarity and condition. Here are a few fun facts about coins minted in 1977. The Washington quarter minted this year had no silver content but remained highly functional and widely circulated. The Denver and Philadelphia mints produced billions of coins to meet the growing demand for commerce. Many coins from the 1970s reflect the economic shifts of the time, with inflation influencing the purchasing power of coins like the quarter and half dollar. If you're lucky enough to come across a coin from 1977 that seems unusual, it could be worth investigating. While a standard Washington quarter from 1977 is typically worth face value when circulated, pristine examples or error coins can command higher prices. As for the elusive half-quarter dollar, its real value lies in the story behind its existence, or rather the curiosity it sparks among enthusiasts. That wraps up our deep dive into the 1977 USA half-quarter dollar, or the mystery surrounding it. If you've enjoyed this journey into numismatic history, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to YA Mara. And if you have a unique coin story or a question about a rare find, drop it in the comments below. Who knows? Your question might inspire our next video. Until then, keep exploring and happy collecting.